Let's take a closer look at what can happen in the workflow of the main document. For this example, we're going to consider the longest workflow possible, where all sets of approvals are required. Remember, your document may end up having a shorter version of the workflow. The longest workflow possible is the one that requires an interprogrammatic review, approval by document manager and AD or AM, clearance from legal, and final clearance by deputy director and director before your document gets published on PAHO Web. If your document has to go through a review panel, that will happen before the approval takes place. On the workflow, the interprogrammatic review shows up as 2 stages, and both are controlled by the authors. To start the workflow, upload the latest version of your document. Once the document is in the system, click on Start Interprogrammatic Review. This action is twofold. It will move the workflow forward to the next stage, and it will make your document available to our review panel. The exchange of information during the interprogrammatic review panel happens outside the workflow. When the review process is completed, go back to the workflow and click on End Interprogrammatic Review. At this point, the document is still with the authors, so they can have a chance to check the recommendations of the review panel and make changes to their document. When the final version of the document is ready for approval, authors must upload it to GBOTS first, and then click on Submit for approval to send it to Document Manager. On each stage of the workflow, the document can be either approved or returned. If a document is approved, it moves forward to the next stage. On the other hand, if a document is returned, it can go back several stages. If a document is returned by the document manager or by the AD or AM, the workflow will go back all the way to the author. Authors should get a notification by email saying that they must make all the necessary adjustments to their document and then resubmit it for approval. On the workflow, it will show where the document was returned. In this case, it was returned by the AD. After you've done all the adjustments to your document, upload the latest version, and when the file is in the system, click on Submit for approval. Then it will go to the manager for reapproval.